This is our fourth webinar series. Good evening to you all. This is our fourth webinar which we have scheduled today. Mostly this is for get some knowledge about what are the turning points after our graduation and what are the government exams we can face after our graduation and something like that. And we have invited our keynote speaker. Mostly he also our senior from 25th batch, and recently he have gained the 5th place from the SLAS open exam. So I think he is the best person to give us some knowledge about that SLAS exams and what are the opportunities after the SLAS exams. So we'll step up for that webinar series. And now I cordially welcome all of them. All of you, and mostly our keynote speaker, Mr. Hasitha Kumarage, and our and Dr. N. Kannan from our faculty. So I will hand over the platform over to you, Mr. Hasitha Kumarage, to give us some knowledge on what are the possibilities we can acquire.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Alright, okay. First of all, I want to tell you, I am somewhat new to the Zoom technology. So if there is some inconvenience, I want to apologize for that. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers who organized this golden opportunity for the students who are in a faculty and invite me to as a keynote speaker. This is a golden opportunity for you because in this our period we haven't that much of opportunities to find out how to face the in our future after the graduation. So this is good opportunity to you, and I hope all of you can get some idea regarding to government exams and what you can do after your graduation. I am start from introducing myself. I am Hasitha Kumarage. I am a student of 25th batch in Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna. In our cases, our 25th batch is the first batch of the Kilinochchi new premises, because before the war, the faculty also established in Kilinochchi in Iranamadu area. But after because of that war period, it's moved to the Jaffna near to the medical faculty. But after that, it's again moved to the Kilinochchi, but it's in the Aravial Nagar. So we are the first batch in the Aravial Nagar. So surely it's some kind of proud, because we are the first batch in Aravial Nagar. And but in that period, somewhat difficult because our hostels, water facilities are not fully established in that time. So some kind of difficult time we faced in that period. But I think you also have now good opportunities to access all the facilities. In that period, we want to go to the Jaffna in a Saturday and Sunday. I mean, in a first year and the computer sessions. So after that, it's moved to Kilinochchi. From the beginning, we are the only batch in the Kilinochchi. After that, only our seniors and our juniors came to the Kilinochchi premises. As well as I remember, at that period, we haven't established hostel in the first semester. We want to go to the outside because hostel is provided from the faculty. It's established in outside. So at that period, we moved to outside. So somewhat good experience, but somewhat tough time. I think you don't have that much of troubles in a faculty, so you have more golden opportunities. You have a number of facilities. So in the future, you can graduate. So I think next I want to move. Now I am working as a community development officer in a office of assistant commissioner of local government. But yes, of course, from the next Monday, I moved to Sri Lanka Administrative Service, grade 3 as a grade 3 officer. Actually, it's a glad because I passed it as a 5th place in Sri Lanka. So some kind of proud moment. Mali, can you please go to the next slide? Yeah. So I'm going to start from here because BSc Agriculture, you all are following this degree as an undergraduate right now. We are now graduates, but you are still in a undergraduate level. So BSc Agriculture. BSc Agriculture is some kind of full form. I mean, it's some kind of subject that we are studying whole things. I mean, not for all the materials, but we have some basics in each and every subject: agriculture, engineering, agriculture, economics, agriculture, chemistry, agronomy, biology, as well as the animal science. In addition to that, we have some auxiliary courses. Sometimes we studied management. Sometimes we study the social harmony. So we have number of opportunities to study number of fields in addition to the agriculture. So it's an additional advantage for the student of Faculty of Agriculture. In the future, you can use your knowledge as a graduate to your maybe for your career, maybe or your business, or maybe in a personal life also. So BSc Agriculture is some kind of full. I mean, how do I say? It is some kind of big opportunity to you, because other than the other degree programs, BSc Agriculture is some kind of golden opportunity to you. So shall we move to next? Yeah, what next? I put that question because as I mentioned earlier, during our faculty time, we know about only one thing. We are now in Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna, and we are learning agriculture. That's all. But as a young students, as a freshers, you know number of things because of this program, as well as the some other internet facilities and other things. So it's a good opportunity to you to find out what you want to do in future. So first of all, I think after graduation, all the students, suddenly we can't think what I can do, what I'm going to do. So we can't imagine suddenly. So if you have a plan what we can do in the next, then definitely you can go for that with that correct pathway. But as I mentioned earlier, in our period, we don't know what we can do. What we can do in after the graduation. So at that period, we just thought we just want to pass out with our degree. That's all we think during that period. But now you have that opportunity to find out to which way you want to go, to which direction. I mean, it's maybe a private sector, it's maybe a government sector, or it's maybe your own business. Somali, can you go to next slide? Yeah, this one. First one is academic. After the graduation, suddenly you all know, because your seniors also there as temporary staff, demonstrators. So you know about the academic side, and after that, if you have opportunity to become a lecturer, and after that you can go furthermore, like our Sir Dr. Khanna, like that. It is a good opportunity to you in a University of Jaffna and a Faculty of Agriculture, as well as you have the technology faculty also there, so you can go there also, because they also have some other subjects, related subjects. So there also you have some opportunities to join with their academic stuff. Other government sector, other government sector means, because academic also some kind of it's also a government sector, but other government sector means, I mentioned that some kind of SLAS, SLPS, maybe SLACS, like that. Different sectors are there. Maybe a teachers, maybe a some other government opportunities like research officers, research assistants, like that. You can move to that different path. In case of private sector, of course, for agriculture sector, number of opportunities there is in a private sector. I hope you have good idea in a previous session. With our super senior Muktiaya, he described what is the pathways to in the private sector, how to create a CV, like that. All the details he discussed with you in the previous session. So I think you have good idea about the private sector. So I not need to more describe about the private sector. Next one is as usual, start your own business or your own work. Of course, for the agriculture graduate, you have a huge knowledge about agriculture. So you can start the agriculture related agriculture related business, or maybe you have some other knowledge also, so you can start some other related business also. Sometimes you can start farm, sometimes you can start some plantation, sometimes of course, sometimes you can start some production companies like yogurts, ice cream. Maybe it's depend on your desire. So as well as I put some photo in here, nothing. if you are a millionaire, you can do nothing. That's okay. But as a normal students, we can't do that. So we want to join about some kind of pathway to success our future life. So we want to sometimes maybe academic, maybe other government sectors, or maybe a private sector, or you can start your own business. So Malik, can you go for that? Right here, government job ballots. So I don't know how much of you aware about the government jobs. Okay, I don't know about that. So I'm just briefly explain how you can find some opportunities in that government sector. Okay, so firstly, you have opportunities. First one is they put some mainly in a gazette. Okay, government gazette. You know about the gazette. I think you all know about government gazette. All the things are put, all the vacancies, all the exams, all the tenders, sales, the government related, all the things are published in that gazette paper. Normally, it's published in a Friday. Previously, it is Monday. Now it's in a Friday mostly. But if there is any special gazette, it may be published in some other days also. So, but I am not calling about that one. I just talk about the normal gazette. It's normally published in a Friday. So Malik, can you next slide? Yes. Right. Number one is a website, but I'm going to website in a second. First, I'm going to talk about the government gazette. Okay, as I mentioned, it's mostly published in Friday in a government newspapers, in Sinhala newspapers, Silumina and Dinamina newspaper. In a Tamil, I think Dinakaran and Veerakesari, I think Jailimira and Sunday Observer in English. But I have some doubt regarding that Tamil newspapers. I just get the news from my friend, so maybe can change, so you can find it by using some sources. Okay, so government, this is the major newspapers. You can find that Government Gazette in a Friday, so you can read it. Then you can find what are the things published in there. So you can find what are the job opportunities. You can find what are the exams you can write. Then what are the newly appointed, who are the newly appointed person in the Sri Lankan government. You can find all the things in that newspaper, I mean in the Gazette. Okay, but normally our people don't like to read, no? So easy way is the website. Yeah, of course, that My Tutor LK, Top Jobs LK, like that website are there. So they suddenly they read that Gazette and put some that they collect that advertisement and advertisement. So you can easily download, or you can read it through the website. Not need to read that big Gazette. So that's some kind of relief, no? Okay, Malik, can you go for next? Right, this is the some kind of picture I use for the explain the Gazette. I think both, not both, in a 3 languages, Sinhala, Tamil, and English. In the 3 language, they have some. They publish that Gazette in a Friday. So you can, if you want, you can collect that one through the newspaper and you can read it. Okay, Malik, next one, please. Right. If you're interested to read that Gazette, you can. Do you want to read all the things in that Gazette? No, you not need to read all the things because it has some sections and subsections. Of course, in a section 1, they only published the appointments. What are the newly appointed? Who are the newly appointed officers in the Sri Lankan government or the Sri Lankan institutes? Okay, but in a second phase, second section, there is a subsection A, maybe in Sinhala in R, Tamil one also R. In that phase, that section, the subsection, they published examinations and vacancies. So if you are interested in only examination and vacancies, you can just read that section 2 and subsection A. Okay, that's enough. Then you can find what are the examinations and what are the vacancies. But if you are interested in tenders, auctions, maybe a sales, but only related to governments, that's you can read section 2 and subsection B. Okay, that is the easiest way. No need to read all Gazette. You can just what you can select what part I want to read. So easily you can find it through the that Gazette. So Malik, can you next one, please? Right. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about what are the job opportunities that you can have in a after the graduation in a government sector. Okay, so in a government sector, maybe there is a executive services and non-executive services. So for the graduate person, as a graduate person, you can go both of that. First of all, I mentioned that our agriculture degree, it's a highly valid degree because mostly the published vacancies you can apply. Most published vacancies, for the most published vacancies you can apply. So they asked for agriculture degree. It's a huge opportunity to you. You can easily apply for that opportunity. First of all, I applied. I'm going to just explain what are my experience with government exams and government job opportunities. Firstly, I applied to scientific service. It's published in I think 2008, end of the 2018. Now also it's Gazette. So previously I wrote it, but unfortunately for the agriculture graduates, there is only 15 vacancies at that period. But I think this time for the agriculture students, you have number of opportunities in that Gazette. And yesterday they increased the age limit also. Okay, so agriculture graduates have number of opportunities this time as a scientific service. After that, I wrote examination, a provincial exam, community development officer exam. It also gazetted in 2019, and its result out in 2020, mid of 2020. And I passed that exam, and currently I am work as a community development officer in Central Province Local Government Department under the Office of Assistant Commissioner of Local Government in Matale. So it also some kind of exam, but it published in that mentioned earlier in the Gazette. Okay. After that, I wrote the SLAS, Sri Lanka Administrative Service. Yeah, that also Gazette in 2019 July. Then exam conduct in 2020 in January because of that election. Because of the normally if they gazette in July, normally they will exam conduct within 3 months normally, but unfortunately in that period government election is there, so it postponed to January. Then exam conducted in January. Then after that result result also released in another 1 year later because of the COVID pandemic. So after the result releasing, that one also I passed luckily. So next Monday or not, I'm working there. I'm going to work in there. So next one is I applied for the registered service exam. It also gazetted in 2020 March, I think. So you can I applied for that, and that one also held in 2020 in April. So I wrote that exam also, but still not result. That result is not out. So we want to wait for that result. Normally for the government exams, you want to wait 1 month period for the whole process. That's some kind of there is some kind of delay. But I think in the future maybe that delay can be changed. We will see. So in addition to that, that's I call the talk about what are the exams I wrote. So SLSS, I mean a scientific services exam. I said no. I wrote that one, but unfortunately I am not passed that one because 14 vacancies. Passed that one means I passed, but not selected for that 14 vacancies. That's the problem. So that's that. I talk about what are the exams I wrote, but in research officers, research assistants also, that post also gazetted in previous times. So you can apply, but unfortunately for that research officers purpose, you want to minimum 5 years or 10 years experience, working experience. So if you are working in private sector more than 10 years, you can apply for that. You have the opportunity to join with that vacancies. But in cases of scientific service, if you are past that one, definitely you can go as a assistant director of the research division of some kind of scientific service some ministry or Department of Agriculture or somewhere. As well as there is another exam, agriculture service exam, but unfortunately from I think more than 7 years it's not gazetted because of some court problem, because there is some issue with graduates and diploma holders. So there is some problem in High Court. So after the finish that one, that it also gazetted. Maybe if you have a lucky, after suddenly pass out, you can write the agriculture service exam and you can join to the Department of Agriculture as an assistant director of agriculture. So it's a dependent of your lucky because I don't know when it's going to gazette. Okay. So next I'm going to talk about this open and limited. So sometimes maybe you heard that words open. You are open student or you are limited. Sometimes they will ask. Open means it's opportunity for the fresh graduates. That's but they gave some age limit, maybe 22 to 28. In a previous Sri Lanka Administrative Gazette, it's 22 to 30. But in case of now, it's 22 to 28 years. So you only can the only graduates can apply within that age limit range, but should be fresh. I mean, if you are a government, it's okay. If you are working private sector, it's also okay. If you are working government sector, it's also okay. If you have a private business, that's also okay. You can write this exam, but you should stay within that age limit, 22 to 28. I talk about this year gazette. Okay. When we call about limited means the graduates servant. So now my government service is only 8 months. But I can't write limited exam because I need 5-year government service exam. Government service period. So I haven't no. So I can't write limited. But if I am in a 22 to 28 age limit, I can write open exam. But unfortunately, I can't write that also because I'm 29 years old now. So I can't write in both exams this time. Okay. But if you are in a 28 years old, maybe 27 years, you can write open exam. Or you are in a maybe 40 years old, assume like that, you are in 40 years. But you have more than 5 years government service period. So you can write that exam, but it should be admirable, okay? Otherwise, you can't write. If you have some cases in government service, you can't write limited exam also. But if you have admirable service period, definitely you can write that limited exam. So I think you have some idea related to what are the open exam and what are the limited exam. When you are seeing that gazette, they published that one, the competitive examination Sri Lanka Administrative Service open exam, or they put that publish that competitive examination for Sri Lanka Administrative Service limited exam. I think now you can have, now all of you have some idea what are the open and what are the limited. Okay, so Mali, next slide please. Hello, can you go for next slide please? Right, thank you. Okay, now we are here. I just mentioned in here the whole executive services what are available in Sri Lankan government. Okay, Sri Lankan government executive services. I not mentioned here the non-executive services. Okay, so these are the executive services: Sri Lankan Administrative Service, Sri Lankan Education Administrative Service, Sri Lanka Planning Service, Sri Lanka Scientific Service. In addition to that, Sri Lankan Accountant Service. Okay. As a BSc Agriculture graduate, you can write all 4 exams in SLAS, SLEAS, SLPS, and SLSS. That means Sri Lankan Administrative Service, Sri Lankan Education Administrative Service, Sri Lankan Planning Service, Sri Lankan Scientific Service. You can write, of course, BSc Agriculture degree holders, you can write that one. But unfortunately, you can't write SLACS. That means Sri Lankan Accountant Service. You need a management related degree. Maybe you have some doubt. If you have a agriculture economics special degree, can you write that exam? No, you can't write, because for that they not count agriculture economics degree also. Okay, so but you have 4 opportunities to write and that join with government service as an executive officer. Okay, so all these services are in parallel level, so no one is a premium. Okay, premier, so no problem. So you can join. In case of Sri Lanka Administrative Service, there is some kind of power with the civil people. So it's some kind of yeah, of course, it has some powers. Administrative Service, Sri Lankan Planning Service, and Sri Lankan Scientific Service. Okay, I am briefly explain what are these exams. Okay, Sri Lankan Administrative Service exam means, so normally we need administration of university. There is some administrative branch in University of Jaffna. You can see that the blue color branch, administrative branch. That one, like that. There is some kind of administration. Always we have administration to manage this place. So there actually that administrators are doing that management duties. Management duties mean they want to manage, they want to plan, they want to conduct what they are planning. So that's the thing happening in that administrative services. Some kind of post I can tell you, secretaries in a ministry, as well as the GA, as well as the DS divisional secretaries, that. So those posts belongs to Sri Lankan Administrative Services. Okay, next one is the Sri Lankan Educational Administrative Service. Same like that, but it's somewhere away from the normal administrative. It's only for the education side. For when you are in a school, sometimes you heard that some person come from the outside and check your notebooks and other things. So if you want to go for that administrative person in the education side, you want to write SLAS. This time this one also gazette, and the age limit is 32. So most of the people can write this one this time. Sri Lankan Planning Service. Sri Lankan Planning Service also kind of what we are going to planning and what you are constructing the fields. So you want to get ideas from these executives to conduct those things. Sri Lankan Planning Service, now firstly they appointed as assistant director. Within the bracket you have plans. Okay, right. Next one is Sri Lankan Scientific Service. I explained more than the details, scientific service, so not need to explain more than that. Accountant service we can't right now, so no need to explain that one. So can we go for next one? Right. Most of you asked from me, can you explain about Sri Lankan Administrative Service examination? So I thought better to talk about Sri Lankan Administrative Service, because now I also in future I'm also going to join with that. So I don't know more about administrative service. I mean job role or other things, because still I am not joined with that. No. So if you want that, if you are interested in what happened in the administrative service, you can contact in the next session or another session Mr. Parthipan, our senior 23rd batch. He also in a administrative service, but now he is working in the administrative service. If you are interested, you can gather huge knowledge from him, I think. So basically I am going to talk about the Sri Lankan Administrative Service examination, SLAS open. I am not talking about limited one. So still we are in an open level now. So I'm going to talk about open one. In case of vacancies, in 2019, it's a 203. But unfortunately, it's in this time, 2021, it's a 155. As well as there is a gazette, because that they changed the way of the exam. They changed the way of exam. In 2019, they conduct all 5 subjects in 2 days. Within 2 days. Within 2 days mean if it is in one subject or 2 subjects in a Saturday, next 3 is available in Sunday, like that. But in this case, this time it's changed. It's somewhat changed. You want to write 2 common subjects first. If you are past that one, you can write other subject after. You can write only that one after passing that 2. The common subjects are intelligent test and comprehension. Comprehension is some kind of familiar with you, normally in a Tamil or Sinhala language subject. It's some kind of normally when you are reading the lesson, when your textbook in a grade 9 or grade 10, grade 11, when after you read some your lesson, suddenly after that one there is a comprehension. You have some question from that lesson, or maybe you want to find what are the same words for this one, what are the meaning of this word, like that. So comprehension is there. And intelligent test, IQ. There is some mathematical parts as well as the some some kind of pictures, some kind of numbers. You want to know about those things, then easily you can pass that one. So there is some advantage to agriculture economics and agriculture engineering students to pass that intelligent test, because number of maths questions are there, so easily they can manage that one. But I am not saying others can't, but they also can. Intelligent test is not that much of math, but if you have some intelligence means you have some ability to exam easily. Normally, I think in this time, intelligent test and comprehension is the critical subjects for the exams. If you want to pass this one, otherwise you can't write other exams. As well as in a previous experience, intelligent test and comprehension are the subjects they got lowest marks. But if you got highest mark for these two subjects, definitely you can have a huge chance to enter the service. Okay, but other three subjects also very important. So this common subject means this time they gazette five exams. So whole five candidates of the whole five exams want to firstly write these two exams. After passing that one, they can write the specific subjects for the different exams. In case of administrative service, there is three specific subjects: social, economics, and political trends. That means you want to know about Sri Lankan political, social, and economical conditions, economical situations, as well as the world. You want to know about what are the critical things happening currently in the world, like that pandemic, maybe presidential election is in USA, like that. You can find out those things from the internet, or maybe books, maybe in a newspaper. Easily you can gather that information. If you gather that information, you can easily pass that third subject, I mean social, economics, and political trends. In a previous exam, I mean in 2019, there is two subjects: Sri Lankan trends and global trends. But unfortunately, in this time, they collect that two subjects as a one. So this time, social, economics, and political trends means you want to know about Sri Lanka as well as the other countries. Okay. So next, there is some management techniques. There is management techniques, because I already mentioned administrative service is some kind of management duty. So some management subjects you want to know. You want to know how to handle the situations. Normally they provide some cases. For example, if there is some incident happening in village, maybe for that some fight between two people for the land, then you as a divisional secretary, how you can solve this problem, like that questions come to that managerial aptitude, and you want to answer with managerial techniques. You can't write like that, I made them and do something like that. You can't write. You want to write that with the managerial techniques. That's the special thing in that subject. As agriculture students, I think you have some auxiliary course about the managerial techniques. What are the who is the manager, who is the leader, what are the level of management, like that. Some kind of subject is the auxiliary subject. Unfortunately, I forget that name. You can, I think, in a third year first semester or something. there is a subject related to management. So it's very helpful to you. Next one is creative, analytical, and communicative skill. Of course, it is a language. You want to write essay and you want to summarize. If you have good writing skill, easily you can get marks. That also some kind of difficult to score, because if you are do some mistakes with grammar, definitely they will reduce the marks. So you want to know about the grammar, you want to know about the method of writing, you want to know about the method of summarizing, and you want to know about what are the techniques, writing techniques. So you can easily write. So any problem is there? Or can I talk? Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Kumar, you can continue.
Right, okay. Okay, these are the specific subjects and 2 common subjects. So 5 subjects are there. You want to write those 5 subjects. But first 2 subjects most probably in December, early December or end of November, it will conduct. Then 3 specific subjects most probably in 2022 January, I think. I don't know, maybe it can vary, but if there is a pandemic situation again, it will postpone again. I don't know. So for the each and every subject, you want to collect 50 marks at least for pass. Okay, at least 50 marks for pass. But 50 marks, if you are collecting 50 marks, is not meaning you are you select for that service. Okay, assume like that you got 50 marks for each and every 5 subjects. Okay, now you have 250 marks. Okay, but still you are not select for Sri Lankan Administrative Service, because they collect who are the highest scorers in that subject. Then only they arrange some list, and from that list, after the interview, they select another some batch. Okay, in 2019 there is a 203 vacancies. Okay, 203 vacancies. So first if there is any problem. Oh, all right, okay. So can you hear me now?
Sure.
All right, okay. In 2019 there is a 203 vacancies. For that they only select 260%. The highest that total marks, that I mean the total score of that 5 subjects, highest total marks. Okay, 260 people. Then they reduce that one to again 203. Unfortunately, this one is 199. Okay, that is the another special thing. So I think this is the briefly what is the administrative service and what you want to do in pass the administrative service. So please, can you go for next slide? Okay, if you have any doubts or any questions related to the administrative service examination or another examinations, you can ask from me. I think this is the opportunity to you.
Yeah, before that, Mr. Kumar, okay. I will thank you for you, and before moving to the Q&A session, I will invite you, Dr. N. Kannan, to give us some words on our session. Thank you.
Yes, good evening to you all. Good evening, Hasita. Can you remember me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm very happy for you. Right, great.
Thank you, sir.
I'm very proud of you. I told you, am I right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Right. So thanks a lot, organizers, for inviting me to have few words on this particular topic. It is, of course, very useful for you all because, as he said, after getting your degree, you have to do something productive for your future. You have to have certain strategies. He has explained everything clearly. You know, he has put his experiences in a systematic way just to make you all aware of opportunities available in the future. It's a great activity organized by the students of the Faculty of Agriculture. So we have to encourage these activities in future as well, just to give certain platforms for our students. It's of course good because, you know, as he said, I can just add few words to that point. You know, after graduation, most of the people are targeting academic positions. You know, it is not possible for everyone to get that opportunity. So we have to go for some other options. We should have at least 1 or 2 plans. We should not have one plan only. If a plan is you know how to say, if a plan is not suitable, or if a plan is not achievable, right, then we have to go for plan B. But I can tell my story. You know, I targeted academic position, then I did not target any other rooms, but luckily I was able to get that position. But it is not the real case all the time, right? Because as he said, we have got SLAS, SLAGS, SLEAS. These are very good administrative services in our country. So we have to target that one properly. Then of course I can tell you a few things. From my batch, we have got bank managers, you know, SLAS. One person is working at customs, you know, Kasita may know him, Mr. Barthiban, right? He completed, he completed MSc at the University of Sydney when I was doing my PhD. There are people available, you know, Ajita. Yes, I can tell few other students as well. So it's a great achievement by one of my students. I'm really proud of Hasita. Then of course others can also target different opportunities. If you are able to get this opportunity, you are the boss. You can develop your own strategy, then you can help people. That's a great energy for you all. So please consider all these points systematically just to plan your career to have a bright future. Thanks a lot indeed for inviting me to have few words. Thanks a lot, Hasida.
Thank you, sir.
A nice talk.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your comments, and we are grateful to have such a golden comment, as well as the encouragement you've given us to enroll the session. So now let's move to the discussion session. So so if you guys have questions or doubts on the session, you all can drop a message to the chat box, or you guys are free to unmute and talk with the keynote speaker. So it's time to you to interact.
மட்டுமே கொடுத்து நீங்கள்
Sorry, I am unable to get you. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, I'll talk on behalf of her. So someone is asking, should we complete the degree before sitting the SLAS exams?
That's one. Normally, for the in each and every 2 years period, they will gazette that SLAS exam. So if you are lucky to pass out within that period, you can write that exam. But unfortunately, sometimes that exam gazette within one year period or 3 year periods. It depends on the government situation and the current situation in the country. So it's actually depend on your luck. But you can write it with it, you can write when it is gazette after your graduation and you are in that age limit. Is that enough, or I want to explain more?
I think she got the answer, and I'll go to the next question. Someone is
Right.
asking, is there any specific study materials to study for these exams? If yes, where can we find those, especially for the economic and political trend?
Yeah, of course. For that, trends means the Sri Lankan trends and the local global trends. You have a vast range of syllabus, so you can't finish that one. So there is some specific reference you can refer that one, especially central bank report. Previous one means what it's called 2020, I think 2021. So if you are write exam in this year, you want to find nearest Sri Lankan central bank report. That's not very important. There definitely there is the first or fifth 2-3 questions are come from that central bank's report. So you want to you can read that one. You want to download it, and you can find it in a central bank website. You can download it and you can refer that one. Not need to memorize all the numbers. If you study about the fast papers, you can understand what are the questions they will ask. So it's a easy way to study. And next one is newspapers. Of course, you want to read newspapers. What are the not need to memorize all the informations. Okay, no need to memorize all the things. If something happened in Sri Lanka, sometimes it's important, sometimes it's not important. If there is any accident, it's not that much of important thing, no. But if there is some passed some amendments, maybe some new political decisions, maybe it can affect for your exam. So you want to know about that thing. Then next one is the global thing. So you want to find out some web articles, and normally there is some magazine Desatiya in a Sinhala students. I don't know that's published in Tamil also. So you can read that one. That one is also good one for that exam.
So I think it is crystal clear. So I'll move to the next question.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
How we can find or sit central bank exams? Can we sit that central bank or other bank side exams while we are?
I don't think so, because while you are undergraduates, you can't write, I think, that exam. You want to you can write, but when you are undergraduate, but it's not for the graduate students. Okay, because there is some another exam. There is some like a management assistant in a bank. So you can write that exam. They only ask 3 C passes for your A-level exam. So you can write that one. But if you want to go for that executive level, you definitely need to finish your that degree program. Is that okay?
Thank you for that answer. And I'll move to the next. What are the income taxation exams in Sri Lanka?
Sorry?
What are the income taxation exams in Sri Lanka?
IRD exam. Okay, IRD exam means Sri Lankan Inland Revenue Inland Revenue. Okay, this exam also now previously gazetted, but not conduct that exam. So I think after conduct this exam, after 1 or 2 years period, definitely it will gazette Inland Revenue Service.
Thank you for that. Then someone has dropped a message about that. Can we sit for these exams more than one time?
Yeah, of course. You can write it 2 times. You have 2 opportunities. But unfortunately, it's depend on your age limit. Okay. But you are within that age limit. Definitely, you can write that open exam. Think like this. Now I am 27. Okay. So I can write SLAS exam in this time. But it's gazetted in after another 2 years. So then I can't can't write that exam because my age is 30. Okay, so I can't write 2 times, but I can write 1 time. But if you are a government, if you join with government service, after 5 years, you can write again SLAS, but SLAS limited. You can't write open again, but you can write limited exam.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Actually.
And someone dropped a message like that. If you are over 28, are there any other solutions?
Yeah, of course, that limited exam. There is a limited exam, but over to 30 means if you are below the 32, below the age 32, you can write Sri Lankan Educational Administrative Service and Sri Lankan Scientific Service. In this time, it depends on depend on the gazette. Okay, but if you are unable to write those exam also, you can go for the another government exam. It means limited exams, but you need to admirable 5-year government service.
Yeah, I think he got the message. So I'll move to the next.
Okay. Right.
If I'm qualified enough for 4 positions in the Gazette, if I have applied for those positions, is it a wise decision or should I just focus on 2 positions? She wants opinions on your behalf.
That's some kind of difficult question because it's a depend on the personal skill. If I have ability to manage 4 subjects, of course, I want to write that 4 subjects, 4 exams. If I managed to only 2 exams, definitely I want to write 2. But according to my knowledge, I think better to write whole exams because those exams not conducting same times. Okay, not conducting same times means common exam in same time, so you can write common exam for all no, so it's okay. Next, if you want to write SLAs, it's maybe in January, early January. Likewise, you have some time period. So, but if you are unable to handle with that 4 exams, I think better to write 2 exams, most probably SLAS and SLSS, or SLEAS also good, more than the planning service.
Yeah, thank you for the comment.
Okay.
And I'll move to the next. What is the best language to sitting on exams?
Sinhala or Tamil. It's don't write in English because it's not used. There is no use. If you have good English knowledge, you can write it. It's okay, no problem. But there is no use in that one because. But if you are in, if you write in English, when you are past that exam, you want to then you join the government service. Then you not need to fear about second language because your first language is English, so you can write Sinhala or Tamil easily. But if you are in a Sinhala, if you write the exam in Sinhala or Tamil, definitely you want to pass Tamil and Sinhala as your second language. But if you write in English, it's not no need to fear, no, because you know about Sinhala and Tamil. So it's okay, but there is no any speciality, so you can write in your own language, Sinhala or Tamil.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thus, someone is asking, are all SL exams have the same content or questions?
Sorry, I am unable to get that. You mean that
No, I
5
think
exams?
she's asking what that all exams are they same structured like that.
Yeah, some kind of same structure. I mean, in a IQ.
I think he got a signal problem, so guys, just hold for a second.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Give that answer again, no?
Yeah, I think in the middle we got the.
All right. I said that when we consider about the local and global trends, you can study same things for that whole exam. It's okay because they only ask central bank report, then what are the happening in Sri Lanka currently in the world. I mean, not ask all the things. If never ask about some accidents or some death, no, some death means very important death. If there is an important death, they will ask maybe a president or something. But if there is some person died because of the accident, they will never ask those kind of questions. But it come for the essay questions, the accidents in Sri Lanka, like that it can come some common questions. There is some common questions, so you can study some common things for the whole exams, but some sort of things are differ from different exam to exam. I mean, if you can, in case of administrative service, they will ask about some administrative service things. When the administrative service start, when it's moved to civil service to administrative service, like that. When we consider about education, it's somewhat, not somewhat, it's completely different. They ask about the educational things. They ask about what are the educational structures, who are the beginners of the education systems, like that, those questions. So that's different, but most probably for that other exams, same questions can come.
Thank you for that comment. And I'll go to the next question. Is GPA considered for positions even after pass the exams?
For the SLAS, SLEAS, or any that SLPS, they not consider about GPA, but Inland Revenue Service exam, or the Central Bank Service exam, or maybe sometimes maybe for some scientific services exams, they consider about the GPA. So I think better to consider about your GPA from first year.
Someone is asking, can we go to the port from that SLAS program?
Sorry? Fort?
Yeah, port.
Yeah, there is some because Fort also have some management problems, no? So they also have some administrative bodies. So there is some administrative officers there, but in previous cases, president select some person outside from the administrative service. It's depend on the president, okay? But there is some administrative position in port also. Yeah.
Thank you for that. And I'll move to the next. To enter the administrative careers, what kind of English knowledge should we have? How far we should improve our English language skills?
It's dependable because from the for the examination, you not need to English knowledge because there is no any English exam. But after the interview, before the interview, you need some English knowledge because they ask question from English and your mother language. So first of all, they ask the questions from you in English. So there is that's why you need some English knowledge. But after that, they also have some syllabus. There is 1 year training period. That all the syllabus conduct in English. So you want to have some English knowledge to manage this one because you want to pass that diploma within that 1 year. So that's all. Not need to more English knowledge, but if you have good English knowledge, that's good.
Yeah, thank you for that. Those are the questions we got through chat box. If you guys have any more clarifications to be solved, you guys are free to unmute and ask. Thank you. Anindya Kumarage for your inspirational talk with us. Timely, since we are entering a new growth phase in our lives, and I think your comments are very timely. I think we can benefit immediately from the methods you suggested. So this is the time to wrap up the session. Before that, I'll invite Mr. Dilan Kakulandara on behalf of AgroBeats to deliver the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Arosha. It is my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this program. I am behalf of AgroBeats crew, Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna, like to give a big thanks to our most valued keynote speaker, our most valued, our dearest senior, Mr. Hasidaranda, to deliver the valued discussion about SLX exams and other things. And of course, I would like to thanks to Dr. Kannan, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agricultural Engineering, Faculty of Agriculture, University of Jaffna, to your great encouragement for AgroBeat Society. And of course, I would like to thanks our seniors, Tilyanka and Dasunaya, to inform about our keynote speaker. And I would like to thanks our batchmates, our juniors, our other faculty friends, and all of you for your grateful effort to make this event a grand success. And also, I would like to thanks our media partner, Mr. Vidushan, owner of Pocket Science, for their great support. Once again, thank you all of your presence. Let's meet with next webinar session. Until then, stay safe.
Thank you for your invitation.